Nothing short of a breathtaking match at the Stade de Ligue. Champions Paris Saint-Germain, without Neymar or Kylian Mbappe ahead of their Dortmund clash in midweek, fell behind to Serhou GUIRASSY's 7th of the season. Straight through Keylor Navas. And the creator of the first, Gaël, KAKUTA, emphatically turned scorer with the pick of the night's goals. The Unicorn fans in disbelief. A worldly from the former Chelsea prodigy. And Amiens 2-0 up on the champions. And Paris conceded 3 goals in the Ligue and Conforama first half for the first time since 2012, when Fousseni Diabate was given the freedom of the park to put the Unicorn fans into ecstasy. The previous 64 times PSG trailed 3-0 in the top flight, they'd lost, but Anders Herrera gave the league leaders hope at the break. Thomas Tuchel sent on Marco Verratti and Marquinhos, but it was set pieces that proved Amiens' undoing. Teenage centre-back Tanguy Kouassi rising tallest. The 17-year-old became the youngest to net a PSG brace for 44 years, 3-3. Third sub Juan Bernat showed a quick set of heels before making Mauro Icardi's job easy. Thomas Tuchel's side appeared to have pulled a rabbit out of the hat, but incredibly, moments after Edinson Cavani missed a sitter to net his 200th PSG goal, 19th place Amiens saw GUIRASSY net his second for a share of the spoils to an 8-goal thriller. Marseille's 13-match unbeaten run in Ligue and Conforama looked at risk as Lille deservedly led at the Stade Pierre-Mauroy. Jonathan Bamba releasing Victor Osimhen. The Nigerian clipped home his 13th of the season, 10th at the home of Les Dogs. 3 goals in his last 4 outings. The 21-year-old hotshot. But despite Vincent Ronger's missed penalty, OM stunned LOSC as Valère Germain's near-post header caused panic. Renildo own goal rather than the striker's first since September. No doubt about the winner though. Dario Benedetto netted his 8th of the season and first of 2020 to give OM their first win at Lille for 3 years. It was a clash of Malians that caused Rennes heartbreak away at Reims. El Bilal Touré bumping off compatriot Amari Traoré, and when he found the ball, away captain Damien Da Silva panicked. The 18-year-old lost momentarily, but then wrestled to the deck. And the under-20 African champion was cool as a cucumber as he made it 2 successful penalties from 2 in the top flight and had the home fans popping their champagne. Reims up to 9th and just 5 points adrift of 3rd place, Rennes. Islam SLIMANI returned from injury to net Monaco's winner against Amiens last week from the bench and repeated the trick against Montpellier. This time fit enough to start though. The Algerian fox in the box heading in his 8th of the season. It could have been more handsome, but the Bayed's woes on the road continue. Just 1 win in their last 13. SLIMANI and Wissam Ben Yedder have been directly involved in 37 of the Principality's 41 league goals. Robert Moreno's team with a 3rd win on the spin to climb above the visitors in the table. Lyon needed to win to draw level with visitor Strasbourg and keep their podium hopes alive. Bertrand Traoré stooped inside the 6-yard box to score his first goal of the season and give OL an early lead. The Strasbourg caught Tete on as an early replacement for the injured Raphael, napping as Zoe snuck in, scoring off the post before asking any questions. VAR working at its best though, instinct set off, the images proved otherwise as the Ivorian celebrated netting a point. To lose or not to lose, it hasn't been the latter since October, and Nice's Pierre LEES-MELOU gave the Purples that sinking feeling again with his 5th of the season. Yet despite a goal down and having 2 players sent off, Toulouse could have avoided defeat for only the 2nd time in 15 matches. But Walter Benitez saved Aaron Lea's weak effort in 2.5 seasons, that's 6 penalties saved. Heartbreak and Nice turning the knife as Christophe Hérault followed his own pass and fine advantage played, the defender scoring to secure an Eagles 2-0 win. Bordeaux aimed to keep their European aspirations on track, but were given a shock when Mounir Chouéa fired. Relegation threatened, Dijon ahead. Palasosa's side didn't hang around too long though to level. Ijo Huang netted for the second time in his last 3 league matches. Dijon had lost in the last 5 visits to the Matmut Atlantique in all competitions. It looked like a continuing trend when Jimmy Prion guzzled up his 99th Ligue 1 Conforama goal. Yet Bordeaux shot their podium dreams in the foot as Shuya was able to turn inside. The 21-year-old curling in his first top-flight brace to salvage Dijon a point. Metz saw their 6-match unbeaten run ended last weekend at Bordeaux and looked to bounce back at Nantes. Habib Maiga bundled his way through, but not past Alban Lafont, the under-21 French goalkeeper, doing well considering the tough conditions. Abdoulaye Traoré tried his luck from distance. Alexander Okidja was equal to it. Keepers on top at the Bourgeois, as both recorded clean sheets. Well, taking their lead from Amiens, Brest came out into the Breton storm and blew Saint-Etienne away in the opening 45 minutes. Paul Land's last 9 goals have earned his team victory. The ex-Payad player hoped to extend that sequence to 10. Lever appeared unprepared for such a ferocious opening 45, and it showed when they allowed Romain Perrault to bundle through. He then picked out the flying Brest Superman Gaëtan Chaponier, the striker with 4 for the season, and 1 shy of his best season tally in the top flight. And it was 3-0 at the break. Irvin Cardona broke free to leave Stéphane Ruffier, and Sonte for that matter, on the turf. The visitors haven't trailed by 3 at the break since 2009 against PSG, but Claude Puel sent on Louis Dione, and Lever showed fighting spirit. Maybe a harsh penalty given against Brendan Chardonnay, but no mercy shown by Dennis Bouanga, scoring in successive matches after Lever's mid-week cup victory. Tempers fraying, and the tension only increased when Dione slammed in what was just his 2nd of the season. It wasn't enough to avoid a 4th defeat on the spin as Brest breathed a sigh of relief. Nîmes have been a different beast in February, and once Angers' Casimir Ninga saw red, the Crocodiles turned to their new super sub. Moussa Kone arrived for €3 million in January, and that's now 2 appearances for the bench, 2 goals, 2 wins. 4 victories in total on the trot for Nîmes, the first time since 1973 in the top flight, earned by the knees of Kone. But Blackout's men producing a huge turnaround as they climbed out of the bottom 3 for the first time since week 10, thanks to their new hero. 27 goals across week 25, and 8 alone came in the thriller in Amiens that saw the Unicorns share 8 with PSG, the highest scoring game of the season. Almost half the goals witnessed at the Stade de la Licorne and in Brest as the Bretons edged Sonte. The champions lead shaved to 10 points after Marseille came from behind to stun Lille, who themselves missed the chance to take advantage of Rennes' demise at Reims. Monaco's 3 wins on the bounce have propelled them back into the podium conversation, just 3 shy of 3rd. The biggest movers in the bottom half undoubtedly Nîmes. The Crocodiles spent 14 weeks in the bottom 3, but finally with their heads back above water. Danger then for Dijon and Amiens below. Toulouse looked forlorn, 13 points away from 18th. Marseille could be within 7 points of top spot if they take care of Nantes at the Velodrome. Monaco will need to win to keep the pressure up on Lille facing Toulouse, and Rennes, Nîmes. PSG return from Champions League action to host Bordeaux.